much or more. So they started a podcast to talk all about it, and 30 and Nerdy was born. Oh, 30 and Nerdy was born. You might hear them chat about shows like The Witcher or movies like Lord of the Rings. And if Josh has to choose, he is loyal to Marvel, while Tyler goes more for DC. Yes, Tyler goes more for DC. Now come, come, one and all, nerd up or shut up, just answer the call to be part of our journey into magical worlds. Join us and cheers to ya nerds. Join us and cheers to ya nerds.
Showed up and ruined it all. It was actually decided upon before I was ever hired. There was a vote around the company, and no matter who was hired, they were going to be Joe, because the intention was to give a little bit of separation between actor and character. And it just became confusing, let's be frank.
Well, that's not how I remember it. I remember, seriously, I remember that they sort of thought that Donovan was a cool name, but that kids wouldn't be able to say it.
I was saying syllables.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I remember happening.
Oh, so they lied.
But I was also saying, dude, don't use your real name.
Yeah.
You will create insane identity tension in your life. Don't do this, you know?
But they gave Josh the option between Josh
I
and
said that to him too, and he
Ben.
was like,
Yeah.
whatever, dude, I'm doing it.
Yeah, he was like, Josh, I mean, it kind of makes sense. He doesn't seem like a Ben to me. Or an Obi-Wan, for that matter.
But great question.
Yes.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the guys, Steve and
Hey,
Donovan.
thanks for coming, guys. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, thank you very much, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry.
Sorry.
Very sorry.
I was just showing up. I mean, breathing is important.
Right?
Yeah, take a breath and hold it for a little bit, and then slowly release the breath. We can always do that. If we want to do it right now.
That is nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. That always works a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not professionally, qualified to give anybody advice in any capacity. I don't know.
Oh, cool. Great.
But I will say, it is my understanding that none of us really know.
Yeah, that's right.
It's. I mean, we might know little bits of things here and there. Like, we as we grow older, we'll develop pockets of expertise, but none of us knows what's going to happen next. And so anybody that says they does is either lying to you or to themselves, in my opinion. And so do your best, and your best is going to be all right. And sometimes it's not, and that's also going to be all right.
Yeah, I would agree with that last part fully. Embrace is an overused word, but accommodate the inevitable imperfection of your life is as close to advice as I would give. And also, if the imperfection of your life becomes more than you can carry, ask for help, which is something that we did in every single episode of Blue's Clues. And when my life became more imperfect than I could carry, I had to remember to do that. And it was very, very important, very consequential in my life. And I'm sorry I gave you a panic attack.
No, listen. That was supposed to be like but I got through, so you taught me coping mechanisms. I'm sorry.
No.
It's okay.
Thank you.
No. Yeah.
True.
All I did was show up.
It was enough.
Unfortunately, we only have time for probably one more question, guys.
My friend. I want to talk to the actual person that I used to talk to 25 years ago. I want to shout out my homie, you know? And Blue's Clues was always about a respectful conversation. And it used to be about shapes and colors, but if we just scale that up, now it's about the pandemic. And it's about how difficult things are. And it's about student loans and our parents getting sick and life. All the weird, difficult, wonderful things that it is to be alive, right? And I didn't write it. I just kind of had some bullet points, and I pulled my favorite producer aside. I said, "What if I did this?" And she was like, "Just get out there and talk to your friends, Steve." And that's what I did. And it was just improv, right? The first one made me cry, which I was very surprised by. And then we did it again, and then the crew cried. And I was like, no, maybe there's something there. And I was like, you know, but I even remember even that day, they weren't even sure they were gonna put it on the internet. It was really just whatever, see what happens. Like, no one really thought that much of it.
We knew.
You know?
Josh and I were in the green room having a snack. Josh's nickname is Snacks. So if you give him more than 30 seconds, he's going to be having a snack somewhere. And we missed it because they you see the red light go on when you're in a filming in a sound stage or whatever. You can't open up a door because you're just going to ruin whatever's going on. So we knew they were filming. We're like, we're here having a snack. So and then people started to file in, and like Steve said, everybody had these like red faces with like flushed cheeks, some water coming down their faces. You know, like people. We were like, something just happened. What just happened? We missed it. And then later we realized that
We didn't know. No one knew that it was going to kick everyone in the childhood like that.
No.
Like, we had
No.
idea. It was just honestly just being very sincere and direct. That's all it was. That was the impulse, and it just came out that way. And the fact that it was resonant was as much about what you all brought to it as it was what I did. You know, so.
Thank you.
Terry, and thank you.
Thank you.
And she's always made the cut. I just want to let you know that.
I can't hear you.
That she's always made the cut of every move we've made with the military moves. And even in fact, my daughters, when they knew we were coming here, they said, "Are you bringing Blue with you?" I probably don't have any original questions, but can you tell us a little bit more about making your video for your 25 years later?
The viral videos?
Yes, please.
Yeah, sure. We were just making a music video that day for the 25th anniversary of Blue's Clues, and there was this idea that we should all do shout-outs to the kids. And I was like, I don't want to talk to the kids because they don't know who I am. You know, the kids you watch Josh, you're like, why do they keep foisting this bald man on us? Who is this guy that shows up every 8th episode for?
But we're gonna have you put on these pajamas. You're gonna go up and lay down in this bed and sleep. And you're gonna wake up for like a half a second and feel like, oh, hi, Blue. Oh, wait, they're over there. And then you're gonna go back to sleep. And then you're gonna have lunch. And then you're gonna go home. So I didn't have like that moment where I said goodbye. I didn't really get a goodbye, as it were. It was just sort of like Blue and Sprinkles sort of
just drifted
slowly
off to
took over.
sleep.
Yeah, basically. I got to
disappeared.
Sleep, you know, it was all a dream.
Like Yoda.
But I would say something similar to where I was just essentially like, thank you very much for giving me a chance. Basically, you know, I appreciate it.
I would say, oh my God, I'm not leaving you. I'm not leaving because of you. I'm not trying to abandon you. I'm going to college to learn more stuff. It is not personal, and I will never forget you, and we will always be friends. I would have said that. I would do something to mitigate the trauma.
What do you think?
We never forgot you, though. We never, ever forgot you, Steve.
Yeah. And my situation was different. I didn't have the same moment, you know. When I was there, it started to kind of transition into Blue talking more and more and more to where the, you know, Blue's room was like the last, those were sort of my last episodes where I had one of the easiest days of work ever. I showed up. They were
The movie in New York City, that was pretty great. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Allie.
Hello.
Hey.
First of all, great to meet you. Honored. My childhood has been, you know, full circle right now. My question is like, you know, how you've probably met a bunch of fans throughout the years. Is there anything that's like your favorite experience or one that really stuck out to you?
From when we were kids?
Yeah. You know, for like whenever you meet your fans and like they come up to you, like what's your favorite one or one that had mean the most to you? Like the first, like, yeah, if they have their story or something, like, you know, they freak out when they see you, like, what's your favorite fan experience story?
I got a couple. So here's a heartwarming one.
Okay.
The way I got hired for Blue's Clues was it was down to me and one other person, right? And so what they did is they had two rooms, and I was in one room with a camera, and they did like a screen test, right? And so me and the other dude were in one room with a camera, and in the other room, they had like a little focus group set up of preschoolers, and they had a TV in that room. And we did our auditions, and the kids would watch the TV, because the conceit of the show is that it would be this extraordinarily interactive experience. And so the kids would watch that TV, and they would film the kids to see who they interacted with. And the other dude was a conventionally handsome dude, because they wanted someone conventionally handsome. And
I'm only handsome in conventions.
and so he did his thing.
Well, I'm doing my best.
So he was doing his thing, you know, and he was like, "Hey, which one is the circle? Do you know? Cool." Right? And the kids were like, "Yeah, it's over there, man." And I came out and I did my thing, and I did it all weird and quirky, right? So I was like, "Which one is the triangle? Do you know?" Like really intense, like super close to the camera. And the kids broke out. They were like, "It's over there. We have to help him. He has no idea what's going on." And they were like all yelling and screaming and pointing, but there was one little girl who like broke out, and she like crawled across all the other kids and like went up and touched the screen to try to touch my face. And I learned like 100 years later that it was really kind of her enthusiasm in particular that really got Nick Jr. to be like, "Wow, that's a pretty strong reaction. Maybe we should go with this unconventionally handsome man." And I was at a convention in, I think, Minneapolis, and this woman was waiting, dressed as a Disney princess, and she was waiting the whole time. And she came up and she was like, "I chose you." And it was her, it was that little girl. And for me, that just felt, like someone said, full circle moment. Yeah. You know, that it really felt special to me.
That is very special.
Yeah.
I mean, it might sound disingenuous to say that, I mean, they're all special to me. I think one of the best parts about being an actor is being able to do different roles. And so thankfully, I've been lucky enough in my career to be able to do different, you know, cartoons and video games and all kinds of different stuff. And so for me, the variety is always like what I found appealing about that career. And so like it's also interesting to see and hear your stories. Because when we did the show, we were filming it on a blue screen or a green screen, and we didn't have that direct interaction. And when I started, I'm a creature of the theater, and I sort of still crave that instant reaction. Yeah. And so it's great to be able to see you in person, and doing these means so much to me. And so like, yeah, I think it's wonderful to be able to hear your stuff. And anybody that says they liked Joe better than Steve, that goes
Is
to the
lying.
top. That is to the top. I heard it twice today, brah.
Bruh. Sure you did.
And I'm pretty, you know, and if you were saying it just to be nice to me, I'll take that all day. I need it.
Yeah, but I hear what you're saying. Like, we spent so many years and so much time imagining all of you.
Yeah.
You know, that every time meeting any of you is pretty special.
It's great. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
You're amazing.
Hey, how you doing?